Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing well. A special hello to the new subscribers. The channel is growing. I am super happy about that. And as always, a hello to my day ones, that have been hanging in there since I started the channel. So hello to you all. I hope your week is starting off well. I usually start my work week Tuesday through Saturday. So I like to take Sundays and Mondays off so I can rest, do church, and think about content that I want to bring to the channel. So I am back in my room here, ready to go. So today is going to be a little light chit chat, and I'm going to be frogging some things, and I'm going to talk about the 7 things while I'm doing my unwinding and frogging. I'm going to be talking about the 7 things that, or habits, I should say, that I had to stop so that I could become a better knitter and or crocheter. So grab your projects, your coffee, tea, water, whatever you like to sip on. Come on back and let's chit chat for a while. All right, guys, so I grabbed the 2 projects that I'm going to frog while I talk to you about those habits that I needed to stop so I can become a better knitter. So the first one that I'm going to frog is this corner to corner attempt that I made in making a cow. So I'm not sure where I went wrong. Corner to corner is something that I do struggle with, and it's okay. I'm going to get it. But clearly you see here, and I'm going to, the join is not that great. It is what it is. And I got kind of this roller coaster effect. Somehow I lost my way in putting it together. So we're going to yarn, frog all that back so I could use that yarn for something else. Maybe I might try again in doing that. And the second one is this scarf. I just made it just way too wide. I like the stitch, but I just made it way too wide. So this is when I first started knitting. I just, didn't know what I didn't know. So it's okay. Once again, we're just going to frog this back and use it for something else. So this is the yarn. Pretty yarn. I think this is, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this is the fisherman's rib I was doing. And I just made it too wide. So I may try this again. Just pull it all back and just make it a little bit, not a little bit, but half the size of that, and make it into a scarf. So those are the 2 things that I'm going to frog back. So to get into today's topic, and I got my notes so I didn't forget. The first one that I struggled with when I first started to knit was comparison. So I would look at things and I would just, oh, mine doesn't look like his or hers. And this was when I was first starting. I think that's a personality trait that I have in being like a perfectionist. I always, if I can't get it right on the first attempt, I'm kind of down on myself, very self-defeating. And this is with knitting or anything else, but as it pertains to knitting. And I just want to always get it right on the first try. So just comparing myself to people that, have been knitting for 15 years or 10 years. Obviously, when I look at their work, it's going to be phenomenal because they, built up that muscle memory. They know what to do. So, I got to the point where I had to give myself grace and just stop doing that because I was starting to dislike the craft. So comparison, as they would say, is a thief of joy. And in this particular instance, it definitely was. So I would say for myself, and as I talk to you, I'm talking to myself. Don't compare your journey in crafting to someone else's. You don't know how long they've been doing it. You're going to catch on when you catch on. You're going to get techniques when you get them. So don't waste time in comparing yourself to others. So that's number 1. Number 2, and I'm looking down and I'm taking this out as I'm talking to you guys. Number 2 is getting fixated on labels. So here's what I mean by labels. Labeling as in, if I see something that says, well, this is for beginner knitters, or this is for beginner crocheters. Now, I do label my tutorials as beginner friendly. So I don't want to sound hypocritical when I say this, but I do that for algorithm purposes because, hey, you're on YouTube, you kind of got to play the game so that your content will be seen. But what was tripping me up, and I would love to know in the comments if you experience this as well, but looking at things and saying, well, oh, immediately if it says advanced or intermediate, oh, well, I can't do it. It's not for me. Let me go buy it. Even if I really, really like to do it. I would say that I had to stop doing that because I was really depriving myself of projects that just because it's labeled that doesn't necessarily mean that that's it. With I could catch on, and with teaching that I resonate with, I could possibly do it. So don't shortchange yourself. Don't think that it's impossible. It just may be that, you just need to give yourself time and grace to learn the technique. So don't count yourself out thinking that you can't do something just because it's labeled a certain thing. That's not necessarily the case because I missed out on doing a lot of projects because I sold myself short. So that's number 2. Number 3 is being caught up in rights and wrongs. So, in that I mean, sometimes I find in this community, and I want to say this respectfully, there are people that will say, oh, well, that's just the wrong way to do it, or that's not the right way to do it, or you shouldn't be doing it that way. And I think that in a creative space, I don't necessarily believe in that. I think that with yarn crafting, there are so many different ways to do things, and you're going to find that, as I'm finding that in this knitting and crochet journey, that everything, there's so many different names for different things. There's so many different ways of doing things. Who's to say what's right and what's wrong? Do what feels comfortable to you. If you are happy with the outcome, then, be good with that. But falling into the labels that if I don't do things a certain way and listening to all the right and wrong theories, that was stopping my growth in yarn crafts as well. So that's another one that I had to let go. So number 4, thinking that I didn't have the right kind of yarns. Now, I buy honestly what's within my budget, and that happens to be right now mostly acrylic yarns. So if a pattern weren't in that particular, and I hope I'm express myself so you can understand it, but if the yarns weren't in a particular, let's say I liked a certain pattern and I didn't have that yarn, so I would feel like defeated. Well, I can't do that because I don't have that yarn. So that would single me out from a lot of projects because I only had store-bought, like that budget-friendly yarn. So thank goodness I found it. I swear by this site. I go on it all the time because 9 times out of 10, I don't have the yarn that other people are using. So thank goodness I found a site called Yarn Sub that I use all the time. And I just, use, what I have. Why should I deprive myself of doing projects that I like just simply because I'm in a maybe different price range, or maybe people have stuff in their collection because they've been collecting for a while, whatever the case may be. I'm done with depriving myself of doing the projects. If I can find a substitute within what I have, guess who's making it? So I had to make that mental shift. Number 5, speed. Now, I'm not a fast crafter at all. I take my time. I'll put stuff down. I'll take breaks. When I'm done is when I'm done. But prior to that, I would just say, because I was, creating content, I've got to hurry up. I've got to finish something. People are going to be bored looking at the same things all the time. I I've just got to go, 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 to the point where I was getting cramps in my hands. I was, feeling frustrated and defeated because sometimes I didn't have, anything to post. But, and then once again, I'm losing my joy for the craft because I'm worried about speed. I'm not enjoying the transitions of the yarns. I'm not enjoying what I'm crafting out of taking from a ball of yarn into a nice piece of work. So that was stealing the joy from the actual craft. So speed is not always, of thinking that, oh, well, I knit English style. Maybe if I knit continental, I'll be faster. That's another theory that's out there. Enjoy the journey. When you're done is when you're done. This is not heart surgery. This is not like critical that you have to finish by a certain time, unless you're commissioned and you're making it for somebody. People don't want to wait, forever for you to finish something. I get that part. But if you're just doing this for leisure and you're just doing this for meditative purposes or calming or stuff like that, just enjoy the journey. You don't have to worry about speed, this, that, and the other. So once I started just settling into that, on the content creation side, if I only make a video a week, then hey, that's just what it is. If it takes me 2 months to finish a project, then hey, that's what it is. I'd rather do it slow and enjoy it and do it to the best of my ability than to rush through it. So number 6, this is a big one, that I was fear of making mistakes. Listen, I just showed you two things that I made like pretty huge mistakes of. And the old me would never have gotten on the World Wide Web and showed you my mistakes. Definitely would not have done that. I would have thought that I was inadequate. Why should you listen to me if I'm making mistakes? All types of things whirling around in my head that just simply aren't true. Everybody makes mistakes. Again, this is just yarn and a hook, or yarn and some knitting needles. It's not that serious. You're going to make mistakes. Either just frog it, take it out if you're crocheting, or take it back if you're knitting. It's okay. It's a mistake. Or if you just don't care, sometimes I make a mistake now and I'll just tuck it in and I'll just wear it. Who cares? So don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes is how you learn. Mistakes is how you grow. You'll know on the next one, now I know how to fix that mistake. Now I know what not to do. Now I know this gauge is not right. Maybe I should just change it to this. You learn by your mistakes. If you don't try and make mistakes, you won't progress. So, and the last one, of course, because I'm sitting here talking to you guys, I haven't wound up a thing, but the last one is worrying about trends. So here is a big one. There's so many different trends. People seem to, and trends are not bad. I mean, if you want to make something that's on trend, that's fine. I think where we get in trouble is the obligation to feel like you have to make things on trend. And again, I say this respectfully, a lot of things that are on trend, I kind of don't like. I don't know what else to say, about that. No disrespect to anybody that makes them, but I personally love to make hats, as you see back here. I can make hats and knit hats for the rest of my knitting journey, and I will be perfectly okay with that. Make what you love. That will make your yarn journey so much more fulfilling. I love that. I love the garter stitch. I can make garter stitch, until the cows come home. I just love that stitch. I don't know what it is about it. I just love it. But once I rested in that and just said, hey, listen, I'm just going to make what I like. If it's hats, it's hats. I'm getting into blankets now. So if it's a blanket, it's a blanket. I'm just making what I like, whether it's on trend, whether it's 20 years old, 5 years old, it doesn't matter. I'm just enjoying what I'm making. So with that, guys, let me know in the comments. Do you resonate with any of those things that I said? Are there things that I didn't mention that you struggle with now that you want to be open and share with the community so that we can, start to have a conversation about it. What are some things that you feel that are holding you back in your journey, or if they are holding you back, and you've overcome? So I would love to know so we can get the conversation, going. But listen, guys, enjoy it. Life has so many different things out there that will um, deter you, and so much craziness that's going on in the world. Let this just be fun. Let this be your happy place. Let this be something that kind of takes you away from all the craziness in the world, because there's a lot of things out that we can't control, but this yarn and what we make is what we can control. So I'm glad I turned those things around for myself, and hopefully you'll think about this and turn some things around for you as well. So I'm going to continue my frogging with this, but I wanted to definitely just get on and just chit chat with you guys. And also, I wanted to set the intention for this week. This is something I also like to do as well for the channel. So I got some good things coming up for this week. We're going to learn how to do another granny square. You guys seem to like that video, so I'm going to show another one that I've learned. I got a little secret that I want to bring to the channel, something that I've had for a long time. I've been in fear of using it, but 2026 is a year of no fear. We're getting over it and we're using it. So I'm going to bring that to the channel. What else? And show you some whips that I'm working on. So that is about it. So what is also, put in the comments, what's your intention for the week? What are you working on? What are you doing? I'm nosy. I need to know all the things. So I think that's about it. Yeah, just want to come on and set the intention for the week and just give you some encouragement to change those things that are holding you back. So that's all. That's it. Enjoy the rest of your week. I will see you either tomorrow or Thursday with the next video. Like the video if you found value in it, and consider subscribing so that you can become part of the community. I would love to have you. And once you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when upcoming videos come out. Thank you guys. I appreciate you, and I will see you on the next video.